It's showtime.
Hey guys, welcome back to the STPL. I'm of course Kix, your host, cast, and organizer of the STPL. Now, I'm just quickly checking to see if Chuckles is a different guy to who I think it is. Oh yeah, okay, so Chuckles is a new guy, so you'll have to give me a second, just so I can add him to the database. That's going to be a substitution on bwL's side. It would have been a TBT either way, so it's not too much of a major difference. But Vulture going to be coming out here for DM. Now, Vulture's played before. He's actually shown pretty good TBT before as well, I think. Unless I'm mixing him up with someone. I mean, I've casted so many games over the past however many months, and obviously lots has been going on, so let's actually bring it over to the overlay to introduce our next two players. Now we are going to be moving on to Benzene as well, so two-player map here as we get into game number 2. As we start with Vulture for DM. Apparently he hasn't played TBT. I'm fairly certain I've seen him play TBT somewhere, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this. Chuckles, of course, a new player for bwL. Not really too much to say about him. Going to be interested to see exactly how he's going to do as they head on into game number 2, which is going to be on Benzene. Now, Benzene, a very, very fun map for TBT. Incredibly easy to split. So could we have a really long, cool, drawn-out TBT? We'll have to find out as we get into game number 2 here. It's DM's Vulture versus bwL's Chuckles on the first TBT we've had here in the STPL on Benzene. Let's get started. Okay, starting us off here in the top right hand position, that's going to be in the 2 o'clock position. We have the Peach Terran fighting for bwL. It's going to be Chuckles. And sticking with the theme of red, much like we saw in the last game, we're going to have fighting for DM. It's Vulture. And wow, it's actually South America versus Australia. I didn't even... okay. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm just going to bring this to the camera a second. I did not know there were any Australian players playing Brood War at all. So, hey Chuckles. Nice to see you. Good to see there are people from Oz. It's always nice to see. But are they going to rehost? Apparently they're on Dynamic. Or are they going to stick in here? Because if they rehosted, I've got the wrong replay. Okay, it seems like it sorted itself out. Both of them should be used to the lag. Oh my god. Abby, you are so savage. But of course, spawning here in the bottom left, 8 o'clock position, we do have Vulture fighting for DM. Okay, so both players playing very standard so far. We actually have a gas coming in for Chuckles, but no gas for Vulture as of yet. That could indicate that he wants to go for a 1 racks fast expand. And it looks like he is going to. He's going to queue up some SUVs as well, just because he wants to keep his money a little bit lower. Just kind of have it really when you're going for a 1 racks expand. So it's going to be factory expand. Factory expand versus racks double here. Now, Factory Expand has the tech advantage, of course, but the economic advantage certainly goes to the racks expanding player. But of course, you can have a situation where, I mean, if you look, depends on whether or not he's going to pull his guys off gas. We could see a 2 factory coming out of him, but I seriously do think it's just going to be an expand. Expanding builds more common, but he's not pulling off of gas. Interesting. So not pulling off of gas. This could even be 2-port Wraith. And it may be that they don't actually know exactly what's going on here. I'm not sure how experienced Chuckles is at the game in general. I mean, he may not know to pull guys off gas. We've got the first factory in. He's going to have 2 factories if he saves up. He's certainly saving up. He's certainly not going for a command center. I mean, he is saving his minerals. He's only building a single marine. But what's the plan going to be for Chuckles here? Or is he going to go for a proxy factory? Is he going to proxy starport? Oh, this is a proxy factory, isn't it? Oh, this is clever. I've seen Fancy do this on this map. I've seen Bravo do this on this map as well. A 2-factory play. One of them is scouted. We're only going to have a single bunker here for a very short period of time. We're going to have a factory eventually. But this is going to be a huge unit advantage coming in from Chuckles. Now, is Chuckles going to go in for double machine shop? No, he's actually going to go for vultures. Now, obviously, depending on what he builds over here, this should realistically be for tanks. If you're going to build it this close, it doesn't really matter about getting extra vultures because they'll get across the map regardless very, very quickly. Vulture going for a very quick second gas himself, so he really wants to get those factories down quickly, and he's going to go into a more tech build, so we're likely going to see tanks from him first. Obviously going to see an armory coming up very, very quickly, possible Goliaths as well. Wow, it's double Vulture. Now, I'm not really sure I agree with this. Now, could he proxy a starport as well? He's got the gas. He seems to be ready with something over here. Oh my god, he's actually going into 3 factories off of 1 base. This is something you don't often see. This is an ultimate all-in. If this doesn't work, he's going to be very, very far behind. Now, he does have the 2 vultures moving out here. This is actually going to look standard to this barracks as well. He's not going to realize there's a second factory. I mean, I really want him to just take this base, honestly. Like, you take this base, you mine as much gas as humanly possible. I mean, the trouble is, the vultures aren't going to be able to do too much. We're going to see a wall-in, or at least a partial wall-in coming in here for Vulture. And when we do have a machine shop, it's not researching anything. Thank you very much for the follow. I don't have follow notification showing Ruruj. I probably said that name very, very wrong, so I do apologize. I am but a poor Englishman with very poor... yeah. Okay, so Abby, you don't have to be toxic towards the players in chat. If you continue, I will just mute you because this isn't the time nor place. Chuckles was a substitute, so he may be a newer player, and that's fine. Everyone starts somewhere, man. He is, of course, queuing up a lot of vultures. He really wants to make this all-in work. But one thing I'd say to Chuckles is don't queue so many vultures, because this is going to make your all-in a lot worse. Just because he is going to have to try and break through here. He can realistically break through, but he does need to get through the gap. He gets through there. How much damage can he get done? This is a decent number of vultures. They're actually enough to take down the first tank, but this bunker is doing so much damage. The vultures haven't done enough, and it looks like vultures held. I mean, Vulture is held against the vultures. Chuckle has still got a decent number of them, but we see the wall-in is back up. There's some of the Goliath. Goliath take a long time to die to vultures. Another tank's coming in here. It's going to be 3 factories back at home. Starport coming in as well with control tower. That's likely going to be for dropships. But still no expansion for Chuckles. But it looks like Vulture is going to be the one laughing now, as Vulture is going to defend this attack once again. Chuckles won't be chuckling too much after this, unfortunately. And GG! Vulture takes down Chuckle in a relatively one-sided game there, but Chuckles, obviously a relatively new player, obviously a lot to learn. Really cool for him to come out for his team there. It's obviously very daunting to come out into a team league situation like that in such short notice as well. Being a substitute for someone is not easy. I know that I played against Nico for the CPL on Saturday, no, Sunday, and then I had to play Nina as well, but let's not go into that because that's a bit controversial for me because I don't know what's happening. I don't know what game's being considered for that, but I beat Nico and then lost to Nina, so that's a bit annoying. But yeah, I mean, Nico was going for a Vulture all-in. He didn't get any Vulture upgrades, unfortunately. Nico? Chuckles, even. Chuckles. But that's going to take us into game number 3. When we get back after this, a very short break. See you guys very soon.